Today, we are organizing the first ever workshop on Uttar Poorva Transformative Industrialization Scheme, commonly known as Unnati, launched on March 8, 2024. It is a scheme aimed at strengthening the industrial ecosystem in Northeast region, specifically Northeast region, by promoting investments, thereby enhancing industries and trade. I would like to add that such workshops are being conducted simultaneously in all the districts of the state, which will not only create awareness on the scheme, but also increase the participation and registration drive on the Unnati program.
This Unnati scheme was launched last year in the year 2024. It is actually a policy poised to revolutionize the industry and service sectors, especially in the northeastern region. Unnati is more than just a scheme, because it serves as a catalyst for regional progress, fostering economic growth and development by incentivizing industrial expansion and optimizing operations. So Unnati is designed, actually, as already been said, to support industries in northeastern region for meeting the evolving needs of manufacturing and service sectors. The deadline for registration is 31st March 2026. So we have around now 6 months. So within these 6 months, those who are actually willing to invest in some other sectors which are eligible, you will see what are the eligible sectors in our technical sessions. So you can register your unit before this deadline. For your information, we are actually, our district falls under Zone A. Zone A, only the 30% incentive is actually available for Zone A. There are 3 categories: capital investment incentive, capital interest subvention, and manufacturing service linked incentive. And this workshop is an effort actually to spread awareness, build capacities, and encourage active participation so that the benefits of this scheme can reach to all the levels effectively.
Unnati, one of the main objectives, like Sir mentioned, that is to promote the industrial growth in Meghalaya, in the northeastern region, and in Meghalaya also. So not only that, so promote not only to new industries, but even to the existing industries in the northeastern region. Okay, so that is one of the main objectives. The second objective of Unnati is to generate employment. So this is one of the another main objective. Okay, so with the help of Unnati, maybe you can create direct or indirect employment, which is a target of 83,000 employment under this one. So that's the number 2. And the third one, which is the sustainable development. So sustainable development, I would say that it's not only to promote, to balance between the industrial growth and the environmental sustainable conservation, maybe by promoting industries which are polluting sectors. So this is the third one, is sustainable development. And the last one is for the skill development. So this will help to create a workforce to employ a local youth who will be getting benefits from the industries. So yeah, that's the objective of Unnati. Coming to the financial outlay, so what happened, the DPIIT have launched the half outlay and the financial outlay of 10,037 CR. So out of this, there's a part A and part B. So part A is for the incentive wise. The part B is for the admin fund, like how to conduct this event, a workshop. Okay. So coming to the part A, which is the incentive outlay. So what happened, the DPIIT half outlay at 60% for now. So Meghalaya, out of the 60%, they have earned Meghalaya of 645 crore. And out of this 645 crores, Meghalaya have reached 70% of it. We have achieved nearly 70%, not on the total approved unit, but on the total number of applications that we have. Okay, so yes, there's still another 30%, and after we have achieved the 60%, there'll be another 40% which will be based on the FIFO basis, the first in, first out basis. So that's the financial outlay. So coming, like sort of mentioned about the zone-wise. So bifurcation of the zone-wise, that is done by the NITI Aayog based on the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal Index. So in Meghalaya, we have 12 districts, 7 districts in the Khasi Hill region, Khasi Hill, Jaintia Hills region, and 5 districts in the Garo Hills region. So out of the total 12 districts, so we have 3 which fall under Zone A. That is the East Khasi Hills, the West Garo Hills, and the West Jaintia Hills. The remaining under Zone B. The difference between these two zones is that the Zone B gets a little bit higher incentive compared to the Zone A. Okay, so yeah, that's the zone bifurcation. And under Unnati, we have the incentive-wise, we have 3 incentives. The first one is the capital investment incentive for the Zone A, which is 30%, and the Zone B, it's 50%. And the next one is the capital interest subvention, which will be based on the term loan that we'll be taking. So for the Zone A, we give a 3% interest subsidy for a span of 7 years. And for Zone B, it's 5% for a span of 7 years. Okay. And these 2 incentives is for both new and expanding unit. And the last one, we have the MSLI, the Manufacturing Service Link Incentive. So this incentive is only for the new unit. So this incentive is based on the GST payment that you make. So how do you do the calculation for this one? It's the gross GST payment. You less the input tax credit. So the net GST from that, so that would be bifurcated into 10 years, 1/10 of that. For the Zone A, it's 75%. And for the Zone B, it's 100%. So that's the zone, the incentive, the 3 incentive under Unnati.
It's very important to see that this scheme for revitalizing manufacturing and service sector and all of this is not emerging from a vacuum. To really place this in context, if we look at how the economic journey of our country and state has unfolded over the last few decades, it makes some things very clear. Now, in India, only about 15 to 16% of the GDP is contributed by agriculture, which yet employs more than double, right? 45% of the country's workforce, which means that so many people are working for effectively such a small section of the output. This problem is even more exacerbated in Meghalaya, right? Only 20 to 25% of the GDP is coming from agriculture, whereas it employs over 80% of the people. Which means that the other 2 sectors, manufacturing and the service sector, are contributing so much more to the economy, right? They are contributing almost 75-80% and yet employ very few people. So it is this balance, this sort of gap in our economic outlay, which also gives us the potential to generate wealth and for generations ahead to have better lives than their parents did, because this is how wealth is generated and this is how social mobility is generated. So that is where this scheme comes in, that is the context for it. What is important to understand is that the scheme is not operating in a vacuum. There are several other Government of India schemes as well that are seeking to really enforce the gains that are made in these sectors over the past decade. In the state alone, under the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy, there is just to name a few, right, the state capital investment incentive, there are schemes for renewable energy, for water audit, there's rainwater harvesting schemes, there's transport subsidies that are given, power connections are made easier for industries that are looking to set up, government is contributing to EPF, there's that scheme for prime tourism vehicle that we hear a lot about. Small things such as the tourism homestay scheme has apparently done very well in the state. Even for cinema theatres, there's a scheme that's coming up for sports and wellness centres. So it's very clear that the government's push has been to cover every possible sector in which the state has an advantage and to encourage investment in those sectors. Now, if we were to look outside the state for some inspiration, for example, the state of Tamil Nadu is very much a leader. They have by far the best healthcare in the country. One of the best, it's one of the best achieving states in education. And this happened because that state was able to provide a good quality of life for its citizens based on its industrial backing. It has a very strong industrial sector, it does a lot of manufacturing. I'm sure all of you are aware of it. So that is a good example to follow. We can learn a lot from others' journeys. However, something that we have to keep in mind, given that this scheme is specifically for the Northeast, something that we have to keep in mind is that this demand of industrialization and investment has to come hand in hand with sustainable development as well. Which is why under this scheme, I think there's a list of negative sectors. Right? There's negative sectors which are not allowed under this scheme. So certain basically polluting, socially, environmentally harmful sectors. And more importantly, there is a positive list of sectors that has been outlined by the government. I've just noted down some of those. So for example, hotels and hospitals, tourism, whether it's homestays or adventure sports or ecotourism, or any startups in education, biotech, fintech, these are very much sectors that do not have negative environmental impacts and still can generate a large deal of revenue and generate a lot of employment for people in the state.
I told a little bit about Unnati, launched on 9/3 of 2024, new expanding unit. Now you know what expansion means. Okay, so moving on, like I mentioned earlier, the objective of Unnati. Like GM sir mentioned that to attract new investment, industrial growth, promote industrial sustainable growth in the northeastern region. So we have here like the second one, employment generation, focus on regional development, developing an efficient institutional framework. And one more thing is that for the sustainable development, which is required to balance the industrial growth with environmental conservation. Like limited the industries which result in polluting sectors. That's when we have the positive list and the negative list. Positive list, which are all industries which are eligible under Unnati, manufacturing and service sector, and the negative list which are not eligible under Unnati. So DPIIT have provided the guidelines, the handbook, which I will show you later from where you can get that handbook, which will provide you each and every details, each and every definition about Unnati. What are all terminology and one, it's available there in the handbook. So yes, this is about the objective.
Whatever presentation I've given, so we'll have a quick question and answer session if you have any questions.
Thank you so much for sparing your time. My name is Kitler Sama. I'm from Navarat. Sir, I just have one question. Last part of the presentation, you were saying here you saying that you need registered land documents.
Yes, that is mandatory. As per the DPIIT, that is very mandatory document from the Land Revenue Department.
But here, majorly, as far as I know, most of us are having patta issued by.
But you need to register that one.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Titu C.H. Mohan. The last part, the document is in part, document required.
Yes.
So that actually seems to be for the existing units. How about
for the new unit also the same. For the new unit also the same.
Same documents as well?
Yes, so same documents. To answer your question, so land from Nabal, land document is something that even us also we are facing the issue. Last time during a peer review meeting also, we discussed about this. So Assam is one of the states which have an issue regarding this. So we discussed like allow the registration because it takes times also. Approve our application during the claim only that we will submit the registered one. But if you entertain that, they said that everyone will apply without registered document, which is difficult for them to handle each and every application. That's when they make it mandatory that registered land document should be uploaded, should be provided.
My name is Sherlene Southmay. So I saw over there you said that it can be existing or new.
Yes.
So I am here for a homestay. I run a homestay. So you're saying over there that the maximum is 9 rooms. So if we already have 9 rooms, that means we cannot be accommodated anymore because expansion means more rooms.
Yes.
So that means we cannot be entertained. Homestays do not fall in this category.
No. For homestay, no. Instead, ma'am, does it mean that your unit is registered as a homestay or as guest house
Homestay under the DCIC MRB tourism scheme.
That means no.
Which we already got the money. So can we still apply or?
No, ma'am. So as per the criteria, maximum is 9 rooms on
So
a
that means
homestay. Or else you can make a change by maybe change it to a resort or hotel or a guest house. Not in a
Or
term.
under a new name and under a new
Yes,
name?
yes, you can do. If you want to avail, if you want to avail.
Can you tell us in more detail regarding the release of incentive funds for the 3 components separately, either for the capital incentive or for the interest subvention or for the GST?
So, okay, so the nodal agency has been appointed as NETFI for release disbursement of fund, okay? So once you start your operation, like Unnati is not just a startup, it's a back-end project where you start everything from yourself, then you need to provide, okay? And then suppose you now you constructed, you started the construction and everything. So once you start your operation, that's when you start submitting the claim. The first one will be the incentive, the capital investment incentive. So you will give, after you start your operation, you'll be given a gap of maximum time of 1 year to submit your capital investment. So there'll be the handbook which are required, all the format of all the documents which are required during the claim process. So you start with the capital investment, then they'll release the fund, then you after that the capital or the capital interest subvention, then the MSLI.
Let's say that I don't need bank loan, so
Yes.
I start getting with my own money or funds. Then in that situation, at what stage of the project are I going to release the funds? The capital investment part, 30% part.
Okay. So if that's what, for the self-finance one, NETFI and SIDBI will provide you the bank appraisal.
And for the interest subvention part,
That one you will not be eligible if you're not taking it.
yes, suppose I take the loan, for that loan, so will it be back-ended? Is it back-ended or is it adjusted as per you pay the interest for each installment?
It's a back-ended.
Back-ended?
Yes.
Okay, thank
And
you.
remember also one thing that like the new unit, the new GST, and all the transactions should be done from the current account. Okay, that's when it becomes easy. As for the guideline for the claim process, it should be from the transaction should be from the current account. New unit, new current account, new GST. So everything for all the transaction doing, you buy cement, you buy rod, anything should be from the current account. For the loan disbursement, that's when suppose you're going for a term loan, it'll be from the loan account. Okay, if they can transfer the sanction, the loan amount or the disbursed amount to the current account, that'll be great.
I'm from the healthcare sector.
Okay.
So, supposing I buy machine and all these things, so plant and machinery, that means I'll be getting subsidy for 30% only, no?
Yes.
What about the statutory obligations? Say, I'll have to install this ATP, effluent treatment plant, then fire and all these things I have to. So those one, I cannot claim for that.
Installation wise, no.
No.
Equipment wise, yes.
What about power connections?
Power connection, no.
No.
So only civil construction and durable physical assets. So installation, freight charges, transportation, power, these and all will not be eligible at all.
Just the cost of the machinery.
Yes. Like in your case, suppose the healthcare will come under the service sector. So you'll be eligible for the civil also.
So is that I can include that ATPs? No. Only the beds. No. Only the beds and other, say, oxygen and all these things?
No.
No.
Only the machines.
No, I mean this durable physical assets. That I can include.
Yes. Yeah, because healthcare come under service sector, right? I told you.
Yeah.
For manufacturing, it's only plant machinery. But healthcare, it come under service, which will include
Even the building.
Yes, madam. Yes, that's what I told. I clearly mentioned. Manufacturing, if you're producing anything, manufacturing anything, only plant machinery. But in your case, healthcare come under service. Service will include the civil construction and the assets and the equipments in your case, healthcare.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jacob. I'm a cardiologist. We are constructing a hospital.
Yes.
Mainly a cardiac hospital.
How many beds?
Minimum 50 beds. It's a big one.
Oh, nice.
So right now it's under construction, but I'm buying the equipments. my equipment like a cat lab, it costs 2 crores. So that I am buying now. So how to go about it? Like it's still under construction, but I have to buy the equipment right away because installation it takes time.
Okay. You can still look like equipment and all this that will come the durable physical assets, right? Without that, you cannot run your hospital,
Yeah.
right? So you will be eligible in that also. So now that you're done construction, what I would suggest you, like I told ma'am also, you need to have a current account. Okay. So everything should go all in. Luckily, you haven't bought the equipment, right?
No, we have already paid advance, and we have to pay the remaining amount.
So make sure that goes through to your account so that the claim process will be easier. Okay. So registration process you can start now. Or whatever that you're doing now, going forward, go do from the current account.
Okay.
In the name of the unit. So you'll be eligible under that 10 CR, which is a non-GST one. But still you need to have GST.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And just to remind everyone again, registration last day 31st March 2026, 7 months from now. Digital platform, you have the web portal at www.unnati.dpit.gov.in and even the mobile also. Once you register, when you sign up yourself, you can track it through the mobile also. So these are the 5 login that we have. The applicant, where you apply for the registration and apply for DOSOP, apply for claims. And the portal allows you, suppose like the case of sir, madam who mentioned that, okay, they do the self-finance. So that means, will they be eligible for all the 3-bed incentive for self-finance? They didn't take a term loan. So no, they will not be eligible for the incentive one, but you will be eligible for the capital and the MSLI. So you can choose which one you want to avail. Suppose if you're taking any other incentive from any other department, mostly what happens is that so you'll be providing a capital from any other department, any other source. For the capital, then no, you cannot apply no more, but you can apply for the other 2 components. So Unnati help give you that option also, which components you want to apply. So for the applicant level, you can apply for registration for the DOCP, date of commencement of production. So this one is once you start your operation, before you start your claim process, that's when you apply for this one, the DOCP. You have to get approval from the DCIC and then apply for claims.